Today we're going to rank all the new NFL jerseys what has been released in the NFL, starting off first with the Indianapolis Colts. When you first appear seeing the Indianapolis Colts, you see a dark blue, black helmet, which doesn't really fit with the Indianapolis Colts, just from their history and all that. It just doesn't look too well when you first look at this jersey here. I mean, I understand, I see the white stripes, it kind of gives a nice type of texture for the Colts, but I just don't see it fitting well with the Colts there, especially right now. Ownership with the Colts is not the best as of right now, and I don't really feeling this jersey as of right now, so that's why I got them at number 11. Switching up all the way to the west side of the United States is going to be the Arizona Cardinals at number 10. They're changing out all their alternative uniforms and their home, away, and alternative uniforms, the white, black uniforms, and red uniforms there. They need an upgrade for a long time, but I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling with these jerseys. I mean, I understand they needed it for a long time, but just keeping it classic, I mean, it just doesn't really pop to my attention. It's just bland. It's kind of just going backwards on yourself on the brand, especially you're trying to uplift an organization that might do well this upcoming NFL season. It's not a good look. It's just another hungry grab there, and that's why I got them at number 10 on this list. Moving into the Motor City, we got the Detroit Lions at number 9. I really love the helmet there with the lion, a classic lion logo, plus the white stripe, blue stripe on that helmet there. Now, my main issue with this is they're keeping their city edition jerseys that are gray jerseys. Doesn't really fit well with this customization thing. If they had a change there, they had some type of blue color, like a lightish blue, revamping one of their jerseys there. I will definitely hop on this train with Detroit Lions. I probably have them way higher right now as I have them at number 9, but I do really enjoy the helmet on Detroit Lions. I just would wish they could have just kept it something else and just a gray jersey. It just kind of just feels off about that. Just seeing a gray jersey just feels off, I'm telling you. That's why I got them at number 9. As we shift gears to the Mile High, we got Denver Broncos at number 8. I personally love the orange jerseys they come up with for their home games, but that helmet just falls short. If they kept the blue, especially in the Denver logo there, I felt this will be much higher than I anticipate. I really love the design of the orange. Just seeing the textures there, the numbers really pop out of the jersey with the white stripe right next on the shoulder pads. That looks incredible there, but the helmet just falls short there. I do love the orange stripe going down and the Royal Navy going through the helmet there, but I just don't really enjoy the letter D. What that should have been a little bit more bluish than an orange in my opinion, but that's the reason why I had this at number 8 on this list. Moving on to the Cleveland Browns. They're throwing it back to the 1946 look. I mean, first impression, I just missed that classic orange jersey. Don't get me wrong, I love the whiteout alternate helmets and the jersey. It fits well for that organization. I just feel it just misses some things there and then. I feel it doesn't really pop in my eyes. I mean, I understand it's an alternate look to their Cleveland Browns jerseys. I mean, I can't get too much into it other than, of course, it's a nice little throwback jersey. If you're a diehard Cleveland fan, you will love this. No question about it. To me, it's just kind of missing a couple of things there for that jersey. So as of right now, I got them at 7 right here, my list. Next on this list is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Creamsicles. Who could remember the Creamsicles? Especially a few years ago, they had the Creamsicles, and it looked awful at that time. It looked terrible. It looked terrible when they had it on. Now they kind of revamped it a little bit. They kind of had a nice little orange jersey there. It kind of brings it a little bit out there where I like it right now. I mean, bringing back the classes when they first brought it back in the 70s. Bringing it back. I love throwback jerseys. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm wearing one right now with a throwback jersey, Tyreek Hill jersey. Why won't you think this will be a jersey ranking video without no throwback jerseys right here by the Dolphins? But that's not the point, though. Buccaneers, though, I mean, I really enjoy their jerseys there, the throwback uniforms. Couldn't get in the top 5 list, and there's a lot more jerseys better than the Creamsicles, but that's not there. That's why it's going to be on my number 6. As we take ourselves into the top 5 on this list, we start off with the Minnesota Vikings here, getting a nice throwback to their days back in the 80s and 90s when you saw Chris Carter, Randy Moss late in the 90s. Man, you gotta love them. And then They revamped the jerseys. This deserves to be in the top 5 on this list. I have no issue with it, although I can see it there and then that they can be used, but there's some more jerseys there that I say they're more fabulous than the Minnesota Vikings jersey, in my opinion. I love the jerseys, don't get me wrong. They give you this classic feeling, that throwback uniforms, where every fan just remembers the good days when the Vikings had those jerseys there in the late 90s, almost making it to the Super Bowl. That's neither here or there, but good old classic jersey. Gotta love it. That's in my top 5 list right there. Going at number 4 will be the New York Jets. Once again, throwing a classic time, the Jets with their logos. The best prime, I say, in their logos is right there with just a JETS without that little football on the helmet there. Fits perfectly there. Just a classic time when they used to be called the New York Sack Exchange era of their time there. Really loving the jersey there. I love it on Sauce Gardner, Quentin Williams, and on Aaron Rodgers' helmets. Looking fabulous, looking gorgeous there to put in that perspective of how well those jerseys are. Now, of course, I know they're rivals, but I gotta have some love with it. I gotta have some love with it. They deserve to be number 4. They deserve some love there at number 4. I cannot complain too much about that. At number 3, we're going to the brotherly love. We're going to the Philadelphia 76ers with the Kelly Green. The Kelly Green throwing a nice little classic throwback to the Philadelphia Eagles days. My goodness, who remembers Randall Cunningham when he wore those Kelly Green jerseys? Eagles fans, who doesn't remember one of those? Now, I love it. I love the Kelly Greens. Don't get me wrong. I know the social media has been clowning the Eagles fans, saying, whoa, we may release at some point here, but they finally actually did it. They finally did it on the 31st. They finally did it. Good on them, because, man, they kept teasing y'all so much. Here's the point. I love the jerseys. I still feel, I think the black outlet on the numbers kind of just takes it apart from not being number 1 on this list here, but a good overall jersey on this list. But there's 2 other jerseys that I feel are higher than this one right here, and that leads to number 2, which would be not the Houston Oilers, the Tennessee Titans throwback of the Oiler days. My goodness, look at these jerseys right here, starting with Derrick Henry. My goodness, the red sleeves, getting that classic blue, not making that pajama blue when they once had it with the Oilers, making that I love y'all blue on the spirit of the Titans there. Getting Ryan Tannehill looking good with the jerseys, Derrick Henry. My goodness, what a great move by the Tennessee Titans. I know Houston Texans fans that once saw them as Houston Oilers are not happy. They will probably hate this jersey so much because they feel that they deserve that for the Houston Texans, but different teams, man, just modernizing the jersey even more and just making Houston fans more jealous of these jerseys, wishing they still had them down in Houston. But Tennessee Titans gonna enjoy these while going throughout the season. But there is one that's better than the Tennessee Titans Oilers, and that is the classic 90s Seattle Seahawks jerseys. Oh my lord. Where are we going to start with the 90s throwbacks uniforms? They reviving those jerseys up to the roof. Look, having Bobby Wagner, DK Metcalf, having perfect photo shoots on them there. It's just a classic there, and it's probably a stylish option. My goodness, getting that nice bluish color, the silver helmet, getting that throwback logo that you once saw in the 90s with the Seattle Seahawks when they used to be in what it was called AFC. I think it's more central, but don't let me watch when I edit this. I'll probably say the right name right over here, but cannot complain with it. This is why I have this at number 1. The style just brings out the 90s in it, as I said earlier before, bring that nice blue color, little neon green wall on the Seattle logo on the sides, and the helmet just completes the whole entire set of this jersey right here for the season. This concludes my list right here. Let me know what y'all think in the comment sections down below, and I'll still be tuning in for this NFL season, checking out these uniforms. Let's go.